want to see everyone dancing. Rhogadar, I don't see you dancing.
Sorry, what? I couldn't hear that. What were you saying?
I said I want to see you dancing. just fucking no effort at all. All right. Welcome back to another glorious session of the Gilded Dice, starring the Storm King's Thunder. All right. Well, last session, you guys found yourself in a glorious festival, a celebration in Goldenfields, to celebrate and commemorate the victory that you guys were able to achieve against the incursion of a hill giant's army that had breached the walls, attacked this town. With your help, and with the help of other guards and other individuals of the town, were able to push them back. So to celebrate that, Miros worked with Father Darovic to set up a large celebration that night. There was various festivities, games, and a wonderful performance by Zaia and friends.
Oh yeah.
Against Phoenix Reborn, in which you guys had learned a little history, a little historical story of Goldenfields, but Zaia was able to outplay and outperform the other group with the subtle help of Lucius, throwing down hexes everywhere. You're hexed.
I mean, it was one hex.
You're hexed. Period. Luna was able to outshine her opponents in a game of archery, in which she was bestowed upon a arrow of giant slaying. Rhogadar and Wolverbane, they did some axe throwing, but to Wolverbane's demise, mysteriously passed out when he threw his axe. But Rhogadar put it aside and ended up winning the tournament. And that's where you guys left off. You had initially planned, or have planned rather, to join one of the scouting parties to follow the Hill Giant Horde. But it is still night, and the festival is still ongoing. You may begin.
I feel like we've been here for weeks.
It was all that drinking you did.
Am I still on stage?
Yeah, so the performance has just finished. Everyone's clapping, and you had watched as Miros presented Zaia with a very nice flagon, like a stein rather, shaped like a cornucopia, with an image of Shantae holding the side as the handle, and it's got all sorts of decorative embezzlements around it, and he presented it to you as a prize. And that's where we left off.
Right. I hug him strongly.
And
He's
he wraps
like-
his hands around you, and he just squeezes you, like the breath right out of you. Ugh! Good job, Zaia! Lifts you up a little bit.
I turn to Wolverine, who's standing beside me right now, I'm assuming. Wolverine, are you hungry for pie? Because I heard something about a pie eating competition. And you look like a good-sized man. You could go for some pie, I'm guessing.
Let's do it. I hope I don't faint again. That was weird.
Voice just cut.
I hear no response. I send coils up into the sky and have him look for the pie competition.
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, let's eat some pie.
All right.
Wait, coils can
Coils?
fly?
Oh, yeah, his wings.
Last session I recast the ritual to turn him into a flying snake.
Oh. I did not even know that was possible.
We're all full of surprises. Because I didn't know either, but it's cool. All right, so you watch as you guys start to go mosey on your way. You hear Miro shouts, "I present to you, Zaia, my own very special stein. It's something I've kept dear to myself for a very long time." You see him start to kind of tear up a bit. He's like,
Is it Miros?
Miros, yes.
Yeah.
And it says, "But today is a special day, and I believe I believe it's time to part with this and give to someone else. And he hands it to you. And it's for you, Zaia. It's huge. It's like you gotta hold it with 2 hands. It's really big. It's bigger than your face.
It's okay.
To drink out of this thing would
I
be...
look at it and I'm like, so I say, does it do anything special?
Oh, it does. I've named it the Sunset Stein. And you see it has a lid on it. And to seal the stein. And he says, "Golden Gulp is my life, and it's my legacy on this world. I've had this stein enchanted, and with it, you'll have an unlimited supply of golden gulp with you, no matter where you go. So whatever you drink from it, be sure to remember me, and the glorious time you've had here in Goldenfields."
Well, that's really kind from you, and I will sure drink. I was gonna say something so French, but I won't. And I'll think of you when I drink
Do
from
it.
it.
You're drunk.
I'll drink it to your health.
That's quite English, quite common. He's like, "Thank you,
Yeah.
and I will drink to your health the next time I have a chance." And everyone claps, and you guys exit off. So what you have there is the Sunset Stein. When the lid is sealed, the stein will fill with golden gulp whenever the holder wills it to. If the contents are spilled out, it can produce another stein of golden gulp. It can create about 10 steins worth per day.
I want that so bad.
It's basically just
We're never gonna-
it's the stein of unlimited drank.
Let's get our drag on, boys.
So drank.
6 fills per day.
10, I think he said.
10, yes, 10. It can create 10 steins worth of drink.
Oh my
All right,
god.
so you kind of head back into the crowd, and as you go down, various individuals in the crowd are congratulating you or cheering you on. They're making space with you. They're all clapping for you, Zaia, as you exit with Oren off stage left.
I'm gonna try to find Felgalos.
Okay. Make a perception check as Wolverbane and Rhogadar. Doesn't take you guys too long as you guys find a large kind of table, a long table with chairs all along it, about 8 or so, and there's just pies all across it. So you start to hear someone start shouting, "Pie eating contest! Time for the pie eating contest!"
Wow, you're echoing.
And the voice just echoes into the air over the crowd.
You're hearing it through your earpiece, I'm sorry.
So what kind of pie are we eating?
You have a quick
Blueberry.
look. They are each of the pies. There's a crap ton of pies. They all look somewhat different. There's no specific type of pie that's going on here. They seem to be just baked of various things, and getting close to it, the smells just
They're
hit
meat
you.
pies, clearly.
Are there
the smell
meat
hits.
pies?
Are they like dessert or savory?
They're made to look savory, like a dessert, not like a meal pie.
It's not a meat pie or chicken
I
pot
grab
pie.
Luna. And I tell her, let's see if Cinder will join. We can get Cinder in on this competition. And we head over to the...
Can my wolf... Okay, ask if my wolf can participate.
The individual that's hosting this is a male elf, and he kind of looks at you and says, "Fortunately, no. This competition is for humans
Aw.
only, or rather, humanoids only. Sorry about that."
No beasts allowed.
That's alright.
I guess I can't do it.
He just looks. Yes. Oh, you can pass if you want. No one's forcing you to partake.
Oh no,
Pie eating contest.
I'm going to be eating.
You start to watch people just start sitting down in the seats, filling up the seats quite quickly.
I grab a seat.
I grab one.
Alright, you grab one as well.
Grab one too.
Alright, Luna, you grab a seat as well. Zaia, as you
I like look at her like, what?
23.
okay, so Zaia, as you kind of exit stage,
23, yeah.
you manage to spot, your friends heading off to a large table. and you just catch a glimpse of the wispy, bronze-headed, handsome male heading off towards the tables as well. You kind of just catch a glimpse of him as he heads in that direction as well.
I stopped taking the thanks from people because I was just really liking to be like admired and stuff, but I'll stop that and I'll just quick pace try to go after him.
All right.
And I have like speed movement, whatever, like.
Yeah, you're a halfling, so you just dodge between pats on your back and people going for handshakes and hugs.
And I put the mug in my bag of holding as well to be more.
Yeah, you're holding. You stuff it in there because you're holding with two hands. You put it in the bag of holding and dart between the crowds to find your friend Felgalos. All right. So
is he participating in a pie eating contest?
You see him go for one of the chairs.
Okay.
But someone else kind of jumps in before he, and he just kind of backs off. Says, "Okay."
Can I say? Am I beside him?
No, you're still dashing towards them.
Oh shit.
As
Okay.
everyone's sitting down.
Like not a lot of water, but some wetness.
All right. So
The milk.
there are
See about the
8 chairs. Sorry, look at my notepad. There are 8 chairs, and there's 3 of you guys participating, and 5 other individuals.
Got a good light there.
Can you guys hear my
Clean that off and put it in the
people?
I will.
Muted voices.
All right. So the half elf says, or sorry, the male elf says, "It's time to start the pie eating contest. You have 2 minutes to eat as many pies as possible." And he kind of just waves his hand across the table, and you see there are various pies. He says, "These pies have been brought to you by our citizens here in Goldenfields. You'll find stewed orange and mustard pie, baked ginger and honey pie. There is a carrot surprise pie, a sour onion and cream pie, rum and plum."
Right.
And he
Rum and
starts
plum.
rumbling off all these
I'll go with the rum.
these terribly sounding mixtures of pies, things that shouldn't exist or coincide together. And he says, "You have 2 minutes." And as the crowd begins to go around, various pies are placed in front of you. And he just shouts, "Begin!" Alright, so what I need for you guys to do is roll a Constitution saving throw.
Can you tell me when I get there to see whatever's happening?
Yep. Yeah, so as he shouts begin. As he shouts begin.
Oh, Rhogadar. Some competition.
As he shouts begin, you approach as you just watch Wolverbane, Rhogadar, and Luna just dive headfirst into these disgusting looking pies with the 5 other individuals. As the crowd starts cheering, you manage to get to the table.
Just leave it. Where do you want the glass?
All right, so Wolverbane, Rhogadar, you guys, you're big individuals. You just dive into it, just wolfing it down like you've had a meal in years. Luna, you're a little more delicate. It takes you a little more time to get through your pie, but you cautiously taste it first, and it's not so bad. The rum and plum actually works really well, and so you start to pick up the pace a bit. You guys manage to get through your first pies. Luna, you're a little behind. 4 of the individuals also get through their first pie. One of them just takes a few bites, and he's obviously been drinking too much Golden Gulp. Just pukes everywhere. And just
After one
everywhere.
week.
It was a little weak. It was a little halfling, and his stature doesn't hold up.
Was he close to me or was he a ways away?
Did you roll a 1 or something?
He was. He's a couple seats down to your left, Rhogadar.
Okay. Nothing
okay.
to worry about.
Can I go? I'm gonna go up to Rhogadar's shoulder and be like, "Yo, Rhogadar, just keep eating, man. Don't think of anything else. There's some chicks looking at you." to inspire him.
They're Dragonborn here? I look straight up and look around.
Yeah, you look up and you don't see them.
I make a minor illusion of like someone in the distance that look like in the distance, like a girl dragonborn looking at him.
You see,
I
See,
smile.
right there.
I smile
Just
to
give me
illusion, and my face goes straight back into the pie.
Right, but you
just
get
before-
you
just
get a
before you
D,
see a little wink. Ding! She winks at you.
and you get a D8 inspiration.
All right.
Oh,
Make another Constitution saving throw as you dive to your next one.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I'll keep the 18.
I'm just leaning on my staff at this point, and I have my head on my staff, like I'm face palming it. Like, what is he doing? Embarrassing us.
That plum sounded good.
Wow. Okay. Okay. You guys push away the empty tray tin. Quickly grab another one, just randomly grabbing whatever you can find. Wolverine, you just dive right in, just again, not even stopping. Rhogadar, feeling a little bit inspired by being watched by the sexy Dragonborn mistress. You just go in, showing her what you got. Luna, this one is not sitting well with you at all, And you've puked before. It's a common thing, isn't it?
Oh.
You projectile puke. You watch it just spew it out like Rhogadar's acid breath. You shoot it into the crowd.
Oh.
They can't get away fast enough as it just splatters. You're just and your stomach feels disgusting. You start looking at the other pies and you push them away. You're out. You can't even take another one. Unfortunately, Luna, you are out of the running, so you're just.
I tried.
Lucius, Anakel, Zaia, you guys gonna do anything while this is happening?
Oh, just my usual lean against something and watch.
Right.
I drag Luna out of her chair. Okay, that's enough for you.
Alright, Alright. Luna's like barely standing up. She just looks wasted on an empty stomach. Okay, make your next Constitution.
I thought he said he didn't have time for that.
You didn't have time to add a D8 to that.
Think of that chick, man! Think of that chick, Rhogadar!
Oh, thanks.
Oh, sweet, an 8.
Sweet.
So 23.
I'll leave it there. No
Good to hear.
problem.
I think the dice is cursed. Like,
And of course,
So
I took all the carrots the first time, and now I have no carrots.
What'd you get, Rhogadar?
Well, we
23.
can rinse them off
Right.
if you like.
No, whatever.
They're all in there on
Okay,
the washer.
you guys keep going. Grab a few more pies. Just now, Wolverine, you're fisting down two different pies. You're just going well like this. Rhogadar, you're a little more civilized. You gotta keep up the good impressions for the ladies, but you're going at it.
Carry them dripping
One of
into
the
room.
contestants
You need
sees
carrots.
Luna just projectile everywhere, and you're just like, and just pukes it out. He tries to hold it down, but it just doesn't stick. Another one, who's rolled 2 natural 20s in a row. Just kind
Wow.
of looks at you guys, and he's got three of you just grabbing parts of different ones, just crisscrossing his hands and just going like wild. Okay. You guys do anything else while they could chow down?
No, I'm like,
Okay, just watching. All right.
what is Fogglus doing?
I can't wait to
So
hit
you
the road again.
see Felgalos leaning up against the table, just watching intently. Like he's highly amused by what he's watching.
Can I ask him? So I'm like, hey Fogglus, blah blah blah. I'll just introduce myself and then I'll say,
He's like, hey, a good performance up there, Zaia. You don't
Yeah.
because you know who he is.
and I'll
he
say
knows
thank you. I'm so happy you enjoyed it and just small talk a little bit. But I'll say, so who you voting for?
It's like that big burly guy there with the bear claws and the hairy chest. I think he's got this. Rhogadar, I mean, he did catch me when I was falling, so kind of had to side with him, maybe. But I think my money's on the big guy.
So how much money are you putting on the big guy?
I mean, I thought we were just talking theoretically here. I didn't
No.
plan on making some bets.
I'm just kidding. Okay, I'm just kidding. Let's see who wins, and I'll talk to you afterwards.
Sure. Oh, I asked around town to see which one of us got here first. And apparently, you guys were here first, so I guess that proves you weren't following me this whole time. So I feel a little better.
We had our own way here.
Okay, make your next Constitution saving throws. Your stomachs are starting to feel a little full, as you're now downing your.
Good job, Rhogadar! Keep it up! Oh man!
Oh, the exact same rules.
How's it
Oh my goodness.
How did
This
that
one-
happen?
So you look around. There's only about 3 contestants left: Wolverbane, Rhogadar, and another individual who's rolled 3 natural 20s in a row. FYI, my dice is weighted.
No, it's not.
But you guys keep going. You grab another pie. You start to slow down. You see the process slow down a bit. It's getting messy. Rhogadar's got just gross goo all in his scales. Wolverbane's got pie chunks in his chest hair.
Ew.
Anything else before we continue on?
I like tilt my head up a bit, put a bit of acid into my mouth to help wash the food back down again.
That's gross.
Oh.
All right.
Oh.
You grab for your 5th pie. It's getting a little tough. This is gonna be tough. Try to make it last roll.
Oh, there I go.
No, Wolverbane. Well,
I should have that flagon to wash it down with.
there's a few cups of water and various drinks as you're kind of just washing your palate. Rhogadar, this is it. This is enough for you. You, having watched like everyone around you start puking, you have a harder stomach. So you watch, you can feel yourself get to that point of disgrace, shame. So you properly stop yourself before you hit that point, knowing you're hitting that point. You don't want to embarrass yourself in front of the ladies. So you stop. You're done. Wolverbane, you're just going. You're still going at this. You down this one. It's getting there. Well, maybe you could do one more.
The other guy survived too?
He just barely survives.
Alright. Are you guys cheering?
Yeah! Well, not me.
Alright. The
just
the
too
guy
sick,
that you're
I'm
competing
sorry.
against, he finished his, but you see him he's leaning over like with his hands on the table, just dry heaving.
Doesn't count if you don't keep it in.
Shut up, man. That's cheating. He chews out his puke.
Oh. Oh.
I pretend to like making sounds.
Stop! That's Judge, that's cheating.
I should get advantage.
The elf is just like, okay, play fair, play. Oh, this is disgusting. Even the judge is like, I'm chucking. All right, go for your final. As you guys reach for the last one, the other guy's eyes are bloodshot. No! It just keeps getting better and better. Okay.
Constitution's my highest stat.
Yeah, you grab it,
Yeah.
and you're
Plus seven.
just staring at the other guy, just putting chunks in your mouth. The other contestant grabs it. He just takes a piece and he just places it in his mouth and just watches you. And he doesn't have the jaw energy to even move and to chomp this down. He spits it out and says, "I'm done. I'm throwing in the towel."
Who is sitting beside me?
This is the last guy.
The last guy?
Yeah.
I finished his pie.
He spits it out. Make another Constitution.
This is gonna
No
do me in.
way.
This is gonna do me in.
25. You rolled a 25.
No, I haven't rolled yet.
Oh,
No. Yeah.
You start to eat his last pie as he just looks at you in disbelief. Everyone's just in disbelief. You start to feel it come up. It's coming up out of your stomach.
I got ahead of myself.
Yeah, you just try to be cocky and you just. And
That's.
just-
I think that's a running theme with me.
You're getting a little cocky. Yeah. You try to keep your mouth closed, but you watch the just parts of carrots and corn and other
Carrots?
stuff that
Oh.
start seeping through the folds of your mouth. The elf
So,
says,
bro, thanks for the.
"Well, we're never doing that again, guys. But I think we got ourselves a winner, Wolverine." And everyone claps. He heads over and he just kind of sitting on a pedestal off to the side is a nicer looking cornucopia than what you had. A little smaller, but this one's made of it's not made of like the same material. A regular cornucopia would be with like its branches and its earthen material. This one's made of like metal, a simple bronze. And he kind of presents it up in the air and says, sorry, lost my notes. He presents it up in the air and says, "Present to you the cornucopia of the Earth Mother." Oh, I'm gonna puke. Just please take this and somebody clean this up. And he just hands it to you, and it's pretty heavy. And he just kind of just waves off and walks away as the crowd laughs and jokes and seems to have enjoyed themselves, but they start to disperse because the smell is getting to them.
Okay, is there anything I need to know about it?
He didn't tell you what it does because he walked away. But from what you can tell, it's a nice bronze cornucopia. It's about that big.
I hold it up to my ear. Can I hear the ocean?
Yeah, you can hear the ocean. It's
It's magic, guys.
I'm like
I think
standing
of course
beside
that
you,
is
like.
the other side of it.
I can do something about that.
Thinking that it's kind of like the flagon that Zaia got. I hold it and I think apples, and then I like turn it over.
Yeah, as you kind of thinking about this flagon that you're not even sure how it works because we watched Zaia take it.
Oh.
You take this thing and just desire, you just will to have food spill out of it. So you take it, think of apples, and you turn it upside down, and out falls apples, oranges, various fruits and crops, or vegetables rather, raw and just compiling out onto your feet. Like
Wow.
Did I forget to check if it was full?
No, when you looked into it, when you put it to your ear, it was empty.
Oh, sweet.
But when you kind of willed it and you turned it upside down, this food just spilled right out of it.
Guys, I have unlimited food.
And drink.
We're
Can I
Get
check it
any
out?
meat
stacked.
Or no?
We're stacked.
Hey, Wolverine, do you want me to check it out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had it
So
out to
I grabbed
Sorry.
the cornucopia.
Yep.
or something,
the cornucopia.
and I'll cast identify on it.
All right. You have the identify spell?
I now do.
Sweet. Yeah. So you kind of just find a nice spot. You kind of place it down because it's again big for you, quite big. Place it down on the ground, and you take a moment to try to identify the magic that is in this. And again, yes, similar to your Sunset Stein, once per day, or no, what did I write? 3 times per day, if you will it. It will produce fruits and vegetables within the cornucopia. Whatever like the user wills it. So it'll fill up and like kind of throw a bountifulness of food.
Sweet. We still have to hunt though. We don't have something that gives us like free meat.
Yeah, no, it's not meats. It's like raw food. Still gotta cook it. The raw stuff if you don't want to eat it raw. Some raw beets and potatoes.
By the way, is anybody really good at cooking around here? I have some stuff, some cooking utensils.
Rhogadar has been good for the past couple months.
It's good cook, Rhogadar.
Yeah. I just throw whatever smells good on it and go with it.
Go with it. GWI.
I'm not familiar with dragonborn food.
It's spicy.
It's
Spicy?
mostly meat.
I do like
It's
spicy.
almost only meat.
Oh.
Doesn't vary very much. And yes, it tends to be spicy.
Tell me you like it rare.
If I cook it a little bit less, that's fine. If I cook it a little bit more, that's a bit of an accident.
It's a bit of an accident.
All right.
It's a surprise every time.
Is that skill?
No, it's pure luck.
At least he's honest.
So,
Sorry, all regrouped.
as the food, the pie eating competition comes to an end, you have your prize there, Wolf Bane. Anything else you guys would like to do before that night ends?
I remind Rhogadar to make sure he picks up his gift from the axe throwing competition.
I will make a note of that. I go and look for a piece of charcoal, and I write it on my arm.
Is there anyone selling?
Do it like a man, just carve it in there with a knife.
You you find a piece of charcoal kind of laying near one of the bonfires that people have started to set up to illuminate the area, and you just start carving prize into your arm.
Is there anyone selling
like
cake
onto the
or-
gauntlet, just like
Yeah.
writing it there.
Sorry, Zaia?
Oh, is there anyone selling cakes or something? Funnel
yeah,
cakes?
again, you see a
Funnel cakes.
You see a bunch of
Funnel
vendors
cakes.
sitting about the edges where Wolverine had found some jerky. There is various vendors selling baked goods that look a little more promising than the pie they just ate.
Okay. And is there any like
Peter,
cool looking cake?
orange juice up.
Yeah, there's like a small two-tiered cake. Yeah, it's decorative. It's green. It's got flowers on it, and like little plants coming out of it. It's pretty nice.
Okay, so I'll ask the vendor. Hey, that's a really sweet cake you have right there.
It's this fat, plump lady. She's like, "Oh, thank you, dearie. Would you like one?"
Yes, I would actually like one.
It'd be 5 gold pieces for this one, for the two-tiered cake.
5 gold pieces, but I just performed for you guys.
That was an excellent performance. 5 gold pieces, please.
But is there any way to make it special because of the wonderful performance I have made for you? Because, you know, it was delightable?
Try to make a persuasion check.
I will do that.
You gotta save every penny.
She's gonna be our bartering bard.
20,
Yeah.
20, 20.
To be honest, I preferred the Phoenix Reborn's performance a little better. Not saying yours was
Burn.
bad, but it was a good effort, you know. So, 3 gold pieces. It was an effort.
3?
3.
Fine, 3 gold pieces it
She
is.
wipes her like dirty hands on her apron, and
Oh.
takes the cake, and there's like these little boxes she has, and she places it inside the box and puts it together, and hands it to you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. How could I call you?
What do I call you?
Yeah.
Okay, Bakerette. Thank you, Bakerette. Just remember my name. I was Glitterlocks upstage.
Oh, I know, Glitterlocks. Yes, of course.
Okay.
They call me Baker. I
I
don't have my
It was
list
a
of random
pleasure
names.
doing deals with you, Bakerette.
It was a pleasure doing you. And tell all your friends they can come here and get some cakes.
Yeah, I'll tell them to go see Bakerette.
Bakerette.
Okay. And I go back to look for Felgalos because I forgot that he was waiting for me.
He wasn't waiting for you.
I forgot that I left him behind.
Okay, well, as you head back to the tables, you see Felglos. He's kind of just dipping his finger in some of the leftover pies, just tasting it. Seems to be enjoying it.
Oh wait, okay, on my way
Too late.
I
There's no
also,
on your way.
Okay, so I see him still there. I look around. Anyone selling ale?
No, there are various bartenders and servants giving out free golden gulp.
Okay, so I grab 2 golden gulps.
All right, yeah.
And I bring one to Felgalos.
Okay.
Hey Felgalos, you want a drink?
Zaia, I've been drinking all night. But sure, why not?
That's what I thought.
Felglos grabs it from your hand,
And I-
downs it.
Oh. Well, I was gonna chin you, but I guess it's too late.
Okay. Well, I mean, sure.
No, wait, it's okay. I can fix
Chin you?
this. So I grab my ornated big thing and I refill his.
And he's like, damn, that is a nice gift. He downs it again.
Do you want some more?
No, thank you.
Oh, okay. So I'll be like, I'm actually really happy to see you again.
Well, I mean, you and your friends have been following me around, so I'm sure it wasn't hard to find me.
I think actually we were meant to cross path again.
Do you think so?
I really do, because you know what? I forgot to talk about something with you last time we saw each other.
Oh, okay, well.
But
yeah.
see, I'm a person with a lot of questions. So every time I see you, we will have something to discuss again.
Okay, what would you like to talk about? And he's kind of looking around, trying to find an exit
Stop
strategy.
it. That's Michael talking, not Fogalos. Both. Anyways. So I'll say, listen, I'm like, you know, you travel a lot, and I'm assuming that you know a lot of humanoids.
I try to keep my distances from any human troubles, but I know a few from time to time.
Oh yeah, I'm not talking about troubles. I'm just saying, like, you must have met a lot of people in your life.
I suppose so.
I was just wondering if, by any chance, you would have met... Hold on, I was just to figure out something. Hold on, I'm sorry.
We're just dancing to the festival music. Alright, while you're doing that...
Yeah, hold on, sorry.
We're just gonna quickly go do something else in a moment. Are any of you, the rest of you guys, gonna do anything? Or plan to do anything?
Nope, I'm just wandering around at this point, waiting for the festival to end.
Okay.
Okay, I have it.
Okay, Zaia, go ahead.
Okay, so I was just wondering if you've ever heard of someone called Thola Fizzin. She's a human.
Sorry, what was her name?
Thola Fizzin.
Fizzum. Who was she?
She would be a thief, probably. So you would probably have seen her, I don't know, hiding in some areas or some places. She usually wears, actually, from what I've heard and from what I've seen, she would be wearing a deep green cape.
Well, I mean, a lot of individuals wear capes. A lot of heroes wear capes.
Human Mulan. She would be wearing a cape that was trimmed with lace, embroidered diamonds around it.
Oh, there we go. That's a little more specific. Tell me about this cape.
What?
Tell me about this cape.
What do you want to know about the cape?
Well, diamonds? Like, was it an emblem? Was it
Oh,
just...
it's gotta be an emblem, but from what I remember, they were like 4 little diamonds shaping a bigger diamond.
Huh. Nope, can't say I have.
Well, that was helpful.
Just looks at you and says, sorry. But you know who's been around for a lot more longer than I have in this area? Liverlass. He was just he was just a small sapling though when I first met him. But maybe you should talk to him.
Okay. You know what? That's actually a good idea.
See, not so useless after all.
No, I know. I just thought that the description I gave you was useless because you didn't know what it was. Yes. Okay. So, but you know, like since you fly around and stuff. Yeah, no, that's fine. I won't ask about this one. Okay. Well, Felgos, you know what? It's really nice talking to you every single time we talk. Are you staying around for a while?
I might spend a few more hours before I head off somewhere else. Just wanted to stop by Goldenfields and see how it was doing.
Well, it was nice talking to you a little bit more. Where are you heading afterwards?
Not sure, wherever the wind takes me.
Okay. Well, nice talking to you. And I go look for the rest of the party.
Okay. So you guys spend a little more time as the festival begins to unwind. You guys meet up somewhere within the festival itself. The card game, the dice games start to wind up. You watch in the distance a drinking competition also finish up as well. Various contestants are just passed out at this point. Various other events are coming to a close. And you guys meet up in the center of the festival.
I wanted to find a turkey leg somewhere along the way.
You just snatch one off like one of the tables.
Perfect.
That's one off
pretty
a
messy.
turkey
You
walking
just-
by.
You got yourself a nice turkey thing. Oh, actually, Rhogadar, as you're walking, and you snatch that turkey leg off a table, kind of spotting your group and heading towards it. You hear a familiar voice shout your name from behind you. Rhogadar! Rhogadar!
I turn around and I look for where the voice is coming from.
You look behind you and you see trying to press the crowds getting battered by people's asses and tall legs is the tiny little Savembra, the halfling.
Oh,
She's like, "Brother, get over here! Help me!" And she gets like squashed between two people. She's like, "Ah!" You see her
I
hand.
walk over and I sort of like part the two people.
They're like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Savembra just brushes herself off. She's like, "Oh man, this place is not a place for a halfling. I have your prize, Rhogadar.
Oh,
Sorry,
cool.
I misplaced it earlier, and I feel a little bad, but I have it for you."
I like wipe the charcoal off my razor. I just like wipe it on my shirt.
Done. She's like, "Okay, sorry." Whew. She's panting and clearly exhausted.
Did
All
you
right.
run all the way back and all the way back here?
No, yeah, I lost it somewhere on the pathway when I was setting up.
Oh,
I found them, and she presents to you a large kind of sack, a sealed pouch rather, a simple-looking pouch. She hands it to you. She's, "This is for you, Rhogadar."
I take it. Can I open it?
Yeah, you open it and you look inside. It's just full of seeds. And she
What
says,
do I do with them?
She looks at it, she says, "These are some of my special seeds. I have some of the druids enchant some seeds. As you know, I run that seed shop down the road. Whew. Well, I have a small batch of enchanted seeds that we use from time to time. If you place them anywhere, they will grow no matter what. So we've got a nice little batch there
Oh,
of
cool.
what I called Savembra's golden seeds." And she kind of looks proud of her very unique name.
I
She
go
says-
to Zaia and I say, "I'm glad I didn't win the axe throwing competition."
She's like, "We use them to decorate our town from time to time when we need to make it look vibrant in a short notice. But there you go, your seeds. Thanks for stopping by." And she runs off.
Cool.
So
I
I
smell
turned to
them as I walk
Lucius.
to the group.
Yeah, as you're smelling them, basically what you have here is Savembra's golden seeds. When scattered, a wide range of plants will grow where the seeds land, roughly go 8 feet tall. This area becomes extremely dense, providing full cover for anyone within or
Oh, that's
behind
cool.
the plants.
Oh, that's really cool.
Creatures that are in the area where the plants are grown are immediately grappled as the plants just shoot up the vines and the various mixtures of seeds just grapple these creatures. Medium
Now
and
you
small,
really got it.
medium and small, medium and
I don't
small
know
creatures.
this.
Medium and small creatures require their full movement per 5 feet within this area. And it becomes difficult terrain for huge and giant creatures. You can spend an action to cut away a portion through. And you can toss it basically in a 10-foot radius semicircle around yourself, or you can throw it forward, 20 feet forward in front of you, and about 10 feet wide to create a wall. So it's kind of like almost like a plant barrier.
That's really cool.
So one-time use?
Yeah, it's just a bag of seeds. You just,
Oh, it's a one-time use. Oh,
or you can take the seeds and plant them individually, like the sections individually, like 5-foot areas individually. You have I think what was it, 8 to 10 like usage of it if you want to plan it individually.
Okay, cool.
All right. So you guys fight each other.
So I turn to Lucius, kind of getting bored with the festival, and I ask him about the details of this scouting party that we were supposed to be.
Yeah, so well, the other night after the rest of the party went off to rest, I went to the abbey, and spoke with the captain of the guard. He didn't seem too pleased with the fact that we were interfering, even though he clearly didn't have things under control. I requested his permission to go with one of their scouting parties. They are going to be seeking the origin of the giant attack, find out where they came from, what they want, what has caused them to come to Goldenfields. But he wasn't too keen on that. Tried asking the abbot, but he's a spineless wretch. So eventually asked Naxine Drathkala, who is the liaison from Waterdeep here. She's got some backbone, and she took care of it.
Party on. So when do they want us to leave? Probably too late now, considering it's the middle of the night.
No, I believe that they will be they're sending multiple scouting parties, according to what I've heard, and I believe they've arranged for one to leave town tomorrow in the morning.
So we should probably rest.
Yes, I imagine that you will all want to get some rest before we set out.
Okay. So you guys head back to the to the North Furrows End Inn.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, me
As
too.
the-
And on the way, I'll talk to Rhogadar about his axe throwing skills that were very impressive.
Very impressive.
And I'll also ask him if he knows if he did anything on stage to help me out, because there was some stuff that were not bardic.
I sat in the audience and watched, if that is helping.
Oh yes, that was so helpful, Rhogadar. Good thing you were there. I don't think I would have made it otherwise.
But no, I didn't do anything on stage.
You didn't notice anything, right? You didn't notice anyone doing anything?
Okay, question outside of game. Lucius, Zach, you did do something, right?
You would have seen the
Like
lights,
dancing lights.
making a human form and miming at the story.
I just wanted
But
to make sure
I was purposely hiding my movements, though, so you wouldn't have seen that it was me doing it.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I said I saw the right thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, I actually did see a light figure dancing on stage.
Right?
That's new. I haven't seen that before.
No, it wasn't there before because it wasn't part of my tricks. So I want to know who did that, you know? Like, this is so weird.
I don't know. I
Because it's
assumed
not
it was.
Wolverbane, it wouldn't be Anakel because he can't see. It wouldn't be Luna because she doesn't know me. Which, honestly, she does, Rhogadar. Let's admit it. Doesn't make sense that she doesn't know me.
Was it your other halfling friend? Was he doing it?
I don't think it was Oren, because Oren had his own part that we practiced. Unless he did that to surprise me, which wouldn't make sense, because he says everything he thinks. Unlike me.
Maybe he thought throwing up an extra person was a good thing.
Maybe. Maybe I should ask him.
Yeah.
Is he around? The inn?
Oren
Has he been there?
he's gone. Like
He's
you
gone.
lost track of him. He's probably out drinking and
Doing
swooning the
stuff.
ladies.
Is Miro still working the inn at this point?
No, Miros was out and about. When you guys head into the inn, it's a mess. But various individuals are cleaning the place up. But Miros doesn't seem to be around. He's presumably outside still, kind of taking the party down, slowing it down a bit, and
Mess?
ending it. It's pretty messy inside.
Is it like from like festival or is it like trashed?
No, it's messy from like just preparing all this food for the festival. They really just used the whole interior to just prepare hundreds of meals and bring them outside to the festival.
Okay.
Did I see Shelvis at all during the night?
No. You didn't spot him anywhere at all in particular. Didn't seem to be very into the festivities.
So we're all at the inn, right? We should move our tokens.
I think I'm gonna fall behind the party and tell them, since I need less rest, that I'm going to head back to the inn in a bit.
Okay.
And then I want to go look for Shelvis or wait around his farm.
Okay.
I just go to whoever's working the counter, and I tell her that we'll probably need some rooms for 6 people and a wolf, and how much would that cost?
We already have rooms. We haven't checked out yet.
Oh. We need a room for 2, or 2 rooms and 1 for a wolf.
A whole room.
He gets his lucky wolf. He gets his own room.
Staying with me.
We need 2 rooms.
One of the servants stops what he's doing. He says, "Oh yes, Sir Miros is not here. I can take care of that for you. It'll be 5 gold pieces a night."
All right, I pay up for both rooms.
Okay.
And I hand her the 10 gold.
I asked the innkeeper if he knows of the half price deal with people that are in my group.
Yeah, Miros mentioned it. I don't believe
these guys are with
these
me.
Oh, they're with you.
They are with me.
Yeah. Make a persuasion check.
But it's the truth.
Yeah, but they weren't with you when you guys paid for it initially.
Oh, I have bad persuasion.
I'm sorry, this was a deal that Miros made. Unfortunately, you can speak to him to get reimbursement, but for now, I'll have to charge the full price.
I nod over to Wolverine in thanks.
Wait, I'm not done yet. I slam my fist down on the table and I say, "You want to have to deal with Miros and an angry Wolverbane?"
Try to intimidate him.
Listen to this guy. Listen to this guy. He just won.
You just listen. I just work here. We're really busy. We're just trying to clean up. I can speak to Miros, try to get reimbursement, but listen. I just
reach over to Wolverine, touch him on the arm. I'm just like, "Thanks, man. I appreciate it. It's fine. It's fine." And I pay her the 10 gold.
All right. And he
Cringe
takes
'cause
it,
I'm awkward.
puts it, takes your names, puts them through a registry, and directs you to a couple rooms on the 2nd floor of the North Frozen.
And then I ask the guy at the counter, "Where are your comment cards?"
We don't have anything. If you can write it. Just write something and leave it at the front desk. Or you can just talk to Miros.
I think I will. I think I'll do that.
Okay. And he just kind of scurries off to the back, trying to get out of this situation. All right. So you guys find your way to your rooms.
No, actually, I'll do something else before.
Okay. Zaia?
But on my way to my room, I'm gonna stop by Lucius' room.
Okay, so you stop by Lucius's room.
Because I saw him, he didn't come in with us. He went out, right?
He's not with you guys.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to his room, and I'm gonna put the cake box on his bed,
Okay.
and I'm gonna take one of my feathers or whatever from my calligraphy kit that I found.
Like a quill.
Yes, that's what it is. And I'm gonna write something very like embarrassing and cheesy, whatever. And I'll say something like, "Happy belated birthday!" As I'm sure you don't get this very often because you're such a lonely guy. But here's the thought. There's people loving you out there, or something.
Oh, did you use the meta? Because it was Zach's
Is that
birthday?
supposed to be
It's supposed to be
Lucius's
your better
birthday? Is
thing.
it the
Yeah.
same day?
Lucius and Zach's birthday coincide. All right, so you write this. Really...
How did Zaia know it was my birthday?
It's a belated birthday because you don't get a lot.
Call it Mother's
For
Intuition.
sure.
While you were sleeping, she identified you.
Well,
That's-
it's, for all you know, it's belated, so it could happen anytime.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been like 6 months ago, I guess.
Yeah.
It's belated regardless, or early depending on how you see. But so you write the message and leave it on Lucius's bed, and you scurry off.
Do you sign it?
No, I won't sign it, but it's gonna be like very obvious that It's not Wolverbane or Rhogadar that definitely wrote that. Obviously.
I guess that's true.
All right. Okay. So you guys find your rooms.
Oh yeah, you know what? I'll sign P.S. Zaia never came in your room.
All right. You finish this little message and you scurry off into your room. You guys head to your beds. Wolverbane, you're feeling full but good. Rhogadar, getting a little queasy. Luna, you're an empty stomach, but you got that sizzling feeling in your stomach and your throat as you projectile vomited everywhere.
Ooh.
And you just need to sleep. A little glass of water and you're good. And you guys head to bed. Lucius.
Yeah, so I'll head in the direction of Shelvis' farm.
Okay.
And let me know if I see him somewhere outside or if the lights are on in his house or anything.
Yeah, you see him. He's outside, kind of tending to his a few animals. You kind of know this guy. He prefers to be around animals than humans. It's kind of more his jam. You see him just grooming a couple sheep.
I kind of approach him and say, "Good evening, Shelvis."
Good evening, Lucius. How fares it?
Oh, it goes well enough, I suppose. Scheduled to leave with one of the scouting parties in the morning.
So I've heard. Hopefully that will reveal some information regarding this hill giants, or giant incursion, rather.
Yes, that is my hope and my assignment. I wanted to pick your brain about a couple of things before leaving. Well, actually, first, I wanted to let you know that our friend Amron has taken care of all record of our little deception the other day. You shouldn't have any trouble.
Relief.
You shouldn't have any trouble from Maxine. But
That's good news.
I am curious what you know of the captain of the guard.
Captain Strog Thunderblade. That half-orc, half-witted individual. To be honest, not much. He was here when I arrived. Again, I haven't been in Goldenfields for too long, just a few years maybe. He's been here since. To be honest, I did a little bit of research on him. He seems... I figured he may have ulterior motives here in Goldenfields. My suspicions were high. A little research did reveal that he's just simply an idiot. He's lazy. He's gotten fatter from just sitting around. All he does is write reports every morning, brings them to the father, and basically does nothing. I think he puts too much faith in the walls and in his troops. He doesn't bother scouting further north or to the west or the east. He just puts too much faith in these walls, and I think that will be his downfall. To be honest, my inquiries and my research reveal that he's basically a bumbling idiot that likes to take credit for everything.
I kind of nod slowly as he's speaking, and I say, "Yes, that was my. That was what I was curious about. Frankly, was whether his negligence was just incompetence or whether there was foul play occurring."
He wouldn't dare mess around with a town backed by Waterdeep. That would be a risky maneuver. Not one someone like him could pull off.
It seems to me that the whole town knows of his incompetence. It's a wonder that they allow him to continue being captain of the guard.
Well, to be fair, up until maybe a month ago, it's been pretty quiet and safe here in Goldenfields. That's the first attack by the Hill Giants was a sort of one-off event. Nothing that would have sparked suspicion prior to that. The villagers are safe. The villagers are happy. I don't think they want to get too involved with the politics and the military might of Goldenfields, to be honest. Father Darovic seems to want to stay out of any sort of conflict, debate, or arguments, and therefore just sides with the guard, the captain of the guard.
Very well. Suppose it's none of my concern anyways. However, I am curious of one other thing. There as I'm sure you've heard, we, Rhogadar and I discovered mimics within the storehouse that you snuck us into.
Yeah, so I've heard. That was interesting.
Yes, Maxine, as I'm also sure you are aware, has launched a full investigation into the incident because she suspects that the mimics could only have appeared there as an act of sabotage. I'm sure that you've had your ear to the ground. Do you know anything of how the mimics might have arrived in that storehouse?
Kind of leans back against the fence, just thinks for a second and says, to be honest, Goldenfields doesn't have many enemies. It's called the Granary of the North for a reason. It provides sustenance and food for all of Faerun for the most part. Couldn't imagine anyone wanting to sabotage. Mimics are cunning creatures. They'll go where the food is. My best guess is they somehow snuck aboard some sort of transportation to Goldenfields from some other city. Somehow wound their way up inside one of the Granary storehouses. To me, it doesn't sound like sabotage, more like cunning creatures finding a unlimited food source. But I mean,
kind of grin and I say, well, if you would like the investigations to stop, you might want to share that opinion with Maxine sometime.
Definitely will do so. And, you did spark kind of an interesting question. Perhaps I'll look into this further and see if I can dig something up. If there is sabotage involved here, well, it's bad news for all of us.
Well, do keep me informed if you can. I'm always interested to know what's going on everywhere.
Sounds good. It's the least I can do for the work you'll be doing for me. Please.
Yes, on that note, I hope that you don't mind that our trip with the scouting party is likely to delay the delivery of your report.
It shouldn't be a problem. The report wasn't due for another couple of weeks or so. I was hoping to just send it a little early, just so we could prepare ourselves for the transportation routes that are to come. But it shouldn't impede the operation too much.
I nod and I say, well, thank you for your time and for your assistance the other day.
Just for helping me and helping this town.
I hope we have the opportunity to work together again someday.
Absolutely. And he reaches out his hands to shake it and says, "For the Zentarum."
For the Zentarum. Then I shake his hand, and then I head back to the inn.
All right. So you head back to the inn. As you head back to the inn, Lucius, it's messy, as you can see, and as you approach your room you open the door and there is a mysterious box sitting upon your bed.
I examine the box a little warily, a little scared that somebody is bombing my room.
Yeah, you see there is a little tag, a little piece of paper, message written with the message that that Zaia had written.
I read
with
it.
An ending. Zaia was not in this room.
I read it very suspiciously, like I'm legitimately worried that this is some manner of trap that has been set for me. And then I get to the last line, and I just roll my eyes, and I'm like, oh. And I just lift the cake up, or the box up, and I like put it on a table and get into the bed.
All right. You take this 2-tiered cake. It's green and it's got floral patterns and floral decor all over it.
It's in a box though, right?
Yeah, you open the box, you see it. It looks nice. Close it. Place it on the table.
I'm so happy you at least looked at it. Man, I paid 3 GP for this thing.
And you head off to bed.
Yep. I just begin my trance.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I hear you now, yes.
Sorry, my bad.
Okay, and you, Lucius, sit in bed and begin your trance. Anakel. You find sleep is hard to find. You find that sleep is hard to find. You find it hard to sleep. You feel a little restless. So you begin to meditate to, try to find some peace, try to find some answers for what has transpired not too long ago. You put yourself into a sort of a trance that you're used to when you're meditating, just to try to call upon the visions. As you begin to falter and sway, your mind begins to divert and fade as you're start to fall asleep, but you're trying to focus as hard as you can. Kind of snap out of this trance, and you find yourself standing in a small little field. The grass is tall, about to your knees, and it's kind of a large, grassy platform. That it's kind of like a floating piece of rock that breaks off to the edges and falls into nothingness. You are standing there, and the wind's blowing the grass, and you look around, and there's floating rocks about, and you're like in this void almost. You look ahead, and you see a child, a young boy, running away from you. He's running towards the edge of this floating platform, and runs. As he runs, he leaps off the edge of this platform, and just keeps running as rocks begin to appear under his feet and carry him off this platform.
I shout out to him. Hey, wait! And then I start chasing him.
You find your voice it just kind of echoes. It almost sounds like it's not coming from you, but it is. It's hard to hear. It's hard to speak. But you begin to chase after this individual. It's hard to walk as well, but you start to chase, and as you approach the edge of the platform, the rocks begin to form and create a path for you to follow.
Below me, do I see anything as I'm running?
You look down and you see just floating platforms, different rocks, stars in the distance, but it's just an empty void. As you run, you begin running, and you approach another platform. This one, it's a grassy field again, but there's trees and a forest that appears before you. You watch as the boy runs into the forest, and he's running fast, but he glides slowly across the ground as he's running into the forest.
Is the boy or anything familiar?
Looking at the boy, the clothing looks familiar. You see it's kind of this tattered old clothing. It looks like the boy that was inside the vision.
Oh no. What's his name again? I'm losing it. Hugo, yeah. Hubert?
Herbert.
Hugo?
Sorry.
Hubert.
Herbert, sorry. I recognize him. So I just keep running to the forest and I'm shouting his name. Herbert, wait!
Your voice spreads, going outwards, but yet nowhere. As you enter this forest, the forest begins to press around you, and you see him, and you're trying to follow him. You're just catching glimpses of him, and you're pressing through, and you can't really follow. You see him in front of you, then you run, and you see him to your right, you follow him that way. You're starting to get lost in this forest. You begin to spin around and realize no matter how long you've been following him, it's been feeling like an hour. You're getting nowhere. The forest keeps getting denser and denser around you.
I'm just going after him. I stop. I stop and just look around.
You stop, and the forest just is growing around you tight. Taking a moment to look around, you do see in the distance a little white light.
You go towards it.
As you approach this white light,
do I have my staff or anything with me, or am I just like completely...
You're just yourself. Nothing with you, no weapons. You start to walk towards the light. As you walk towards the light, the forest begins to give way. It gives you lighten up a bit. You press through these vines and these bushes, and you enter this field on the other side, presumably. And in the distance, you see a figure with his back to you, tall, balding. He's got his hands crossed like this as his back is towards you. His tall stature looks very familiar to you.
The light. Who do I recognize it as?
Your old master Tenpin.
Oh. I immediately just feel a sense of like I am in so much trouble right now. and I sheepishly walk towards him.
As you walk towards him, every step you take towards him, you feel like you're getting closer to him, but no matter what, his figure doesn't seem to get closer to you. But the terrain and the ground moves with you. The 10-pin never seems to get close enough. As you kind of just running, you start running, you try to get close to him, it just doesn't get close. So you stop, and he turns around. His face is completely blurry. You can't see who he is. As he does turn around, the world around you starts to fall apart. The trees begin to crumble. The grounds around your feet begin to fall and decay into the dark abyss. You watch as the abyss itself, the surrounding area, begins to crack, as if you're in a shell. The world begins to crumble all around you. Tenpin just looks at you, his face completely blurred, as you begin to descend into a crack and fall into just darkness. You fall and you watch from above you, the world just crumbling around you. Everything is coming down, and you land with a thud, prone, in pure darkness. At which point, you look up, and a ominous, even darker figure. You're in darkness, but somehow even darker. A black, huge figure, a humanoid figure, massive, stands before you. As you lay down on your back, it takes a large weapon of a sword. It's a sword, it's a club, can't really tell. But it raises it high above its head and just drives it towards you, and it crushes you. As it does, you find yourself back at the Goldenfields Inn.
I just gasp I quickly look around or sense around since I'm blind, and I just breathe a sigh of relief, realizing that it was just a vision. I was surprised that it was the first vision since a few weeks ago when I lost them. I try to go back to sleep. I try to make some sense out of it, but nothing comes to me. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's quite metaphorical. You don't understand what's going on.
I just know that I made a huge mistake. I am in a lot of trouble.
Sorry guys, I'm gonna blow a kiss and make it look sexy for us.
Oh, no. No, don't do it. Everyone do it together, ready?
Oh, nice.
All right, bring it back. All right, sorry.
We had to prove that this is live.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so the visions is very unfamiliar to you. You haven't had a vision like this before, and just everything about it just seems wrong. Okay, so, but eventually you find sleep.
Disturbed, but I find sleep.
All right. Okay. So, you guys wake up in the morning. Lucius getting up a little earlier, as he is an elf. Or, sorry, a drow. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna, I'm gonna chill in my room writing in my journal until I hear the others get up.
Okay.
And head downstairs.
I'll get up and see if Miros is down there.
All right, so you head out the door and head downstairs, and Miros is about. They somehow got the inn quite clean overnight. Miros looks pretty tired, but he is about.
Miros.
Wolverine!
I was trying to find you last night. I wanted to arm wrestle.
Hey, it's hard hosting a party for a town, you know that, right? I got a lot to do. But, you know what? It was fun, wasn't it? I had fun. Hope you had fun.
Could have been a big moment in front of everybody. Competition, the Yeti versus the Wolverine.
Maybe next time. I wouldn't want to embarrass you in front of the crowd, after all.
I think we're heading out today.
Oh, I heard. Scouting party, huh? Well,
something like that.
To be honest, I know you're probably the strongest one of your little group there. Whatever you guys call yourself. So, do me a favor. Keep an eye on them. Keep them safe. They're a good bunch.
I'll do my best there. I'm not sure what we're all going to be doing or when we'll even be back in here, in this town. But you have a good place here. Definitely come drinking here again. And
has everybody gone downstairs?
Who has gone downstairs?
Yeah, I get up. I knock on Luna's door.
I've been up meditating.
See if she's awake.
Okay.
Open the door.
Anyone else have gone downstairs with Wolverbane?
Yeah, I guess I'm going downstairs as well.
Yeah, I'm going down a little bit after.
Alright, so you
So
see...
I'll say, so I see Rhogadar. I'm like, yo, Rhogadar, did the pie sit well last night?
I have no idea what you just said.
As...
I then straight and I say,
he's really hungover.
dude, you had a hard time sleeping with all those pie eating.
No, the turkey leg after sort of settled my stomach. I'm not a big fruit and vegetable person, so the turkey leg helped.
I think when you enunciate, it makes it harder to understand.
Alright, so...
Before they all come down, can I ask Miros for a big breakfast spread for the entire group? Just a big feast before we head off, and I'll pay him double for it. For his kind generosity.
He says, absolutely, Wolverine. For you, anything. I'll create you a hero's feast. But it's not the spell.
I hear this conversation as I'm coming down the stairs, and I say, I have an extra treat to add to breakfast, since I doubt we'll want to carry this with us. And I come bearing the box, and I kind of place it down on the table, and there's just this giant cake in it. And I kind of eye the party members, and I'm like, somebody, and I pause for a long time, seems to have deposited this cake on my bed last night before I returned to the inn.
It wasn't me, but I'll help you eat it.
Oh, you're welcome to have as much as you want, because I am not carrying this thing with us to go off fighting giants.
All right. So as they begin to make the spread for you guys at breakfast, and you guys start coming down the stairs and whatnot, Miros comes to you, Wolverbane, as you guys are having a conversation, and says, "Hey, listen. I know you're going to head out there and do your dangerous things. I was wondering if you could do me a favor while you're out and about this glorious land we call Faerun.
Name it.
I don't know if I told you, but I used to be part of a traveling group with a circus performance, as you can tell." And he kind of waves his hand over his body. I attract quite a few eyes. I have an old member I used to run with. If you happen to be in the town of Amphail, could you just give her my regards and tell her I'm doing well?
Can you spell that name out?
Her name is Arleo. Her name is Arleosa Starhenge. She's also proprietor of her local inn over at Amphail, at a place called the Star Horned Flagon.
I can't spell that.
I'm going to type it up for you.
Sound it out, Wolverine.
Amphail. And she knows him from his circus days?
Yeah. I haven't heard from her for a while. It's with all these giant uprisings. I just want to make sure she's safe and just seeing how she does. Just let her know that I'm doing well and the business is thriving here. And I hope the best for her as well.
Is this a special somebody?
It might have been at one point, but we broke it off before it got too serious. We didn't want to ruin our relationship and our friendship, and so we kept it simple. She wanted.
Like, I elbow him.
she wanted more. Yeah.
Is there anything you want me to give to her?
No, just tell her I'm doing fine and that business is going well. Could you do that for me, Wolverine? If you happen to be in Amphail.
I'll definitely do that for you.
Thanks, man. We strong men need to stick together, in times like this. And he kind of goes back to going about his business.
Wait a second. How much do I owe you for this meal and the rooms for people?
Well, it was 2 gold pieces a night per person. And the meal itself, that's a pretty hefty meal. We're looking at 10. We'll make it 5 gold, half price.
I did pay for the first night already.
Yeah, so I'll let you take care of the mathematics. Just leave the money on the counter. I trust you.
So
I love the prices in this place.
No, it's like a bargain bin.
Pay what you want, hotel.
It's because Wolverine is the hero of Vandalin, and he's a known hero
That's
of
right.
Vandalin.
That's right. I get all the town folks will give me good free stuff or discount stuffs. But DM,
yes.
You do the math on that and tell me what I owe you.
I'd rather just keep the story going rather than counting math. So, a couple nights. You guys spent 3 nights here, I think.
I paid for the first one, so the second 2, and then the food.
And then the food.
What do you want? 25 gold? 5 gold.
5 gold for the food, and then 2 per 2, 4, 6, 8. And just make like 25 golds.
25.
Yeah.
And I'll give him 33 because it's a good round number. I'm down to.
Okay.
So that's a big tip. Well, now I have a good even number of gold left. So
It's gonna change again. It doesn't feel like that. You could have given me some extra, Wolverine.
Yeah. So you guys take the morning to eat this fabulous morning meal, and cake in the morning because you're adults and you can do whatever you want. Is there anything you guys want to do before continuing? I like your cinder, Luna. That's amazing.
And it looks like a tiger. But...
We need to get you a little wolf.
Who's eating the breakfast right now?
Well, presumably everyone comes
I think we're all
downstairs
here.
and begins to eat the breakfast.
Okay, so
Does Cinder have food too?
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
He just chows on whatever you guys give him. He's not picky.
I'm gonna just say to while we're eating. Oh wait, before I'm gonna say, yo Wolverine, check this out, and I'll get like 5 empty cups, and then I get my big stein out. And I fill the first 2 cups, and then I show him, like, look, is it empty or what?
What?
Okay, and then I close it, and I'm like, just look at this. And
Do I need to like wave my hands over it or something?
Yeah, and I shake it, and I'm like, ooh, and I reopen it, and I show him that it's what do I see?
What?
Well, DM, what do I see? Is it full?
It's full, yeah.
And I fill 2 more. Yeah.
It's 10. Yeah, it fills 1 cup up.
Oh, you can fill 1 cup? The big thing? Oh, it's big cups. Okay. So I'm like, yo, let's try it again. Okay. And I close it again, and I shake it again in front of him, and then do it the 3rd time.
And although the inn has provided you with drinks, you watch Zaia just start pouring, magically somehow keep filling up everyone's cups and empty cups with this.
Do you know what's even cooler? I get out my my cornucopia of Earth Mother or whatever, and I show her and it's empty, and then I'm like, veggies, and I tip it over. Isn't that cooler? Isn't that something you'd want to trade? Like who needs beer when you could have like unlimited fruit and veggies, right? That's a good trade.
This is a good way of socializing. We'll see. But hey, we'll see.
You can even use it as a hat and
grab a cup.
put it on my head.
I grab a cup and I raise it. I guess we were all sitting together, maybe on a table, and I cheer the table and I say, a toast to good fortune to our upcoming adventures.
The what?
He did a toast, so we're like, everyone has a flagon, and I whisper to Zaia,
cheers everybody.
Usually don't do that in an inn. They'll throw you out if you bring your own drinks.
Just drink it real quick. We'll get some more. I chug one. just to make sure that they don't see it, because I believe him.
Okay.
Alright, I think we're good.
I'm just gonna say before breakfast, and I'm like, yo guys, I think I'm gonna go see Leaflass real quick. Is it okay? Can you just wait? Or we can go on our way. But I kind of want to talk to him just in case we don't come back here.
How about can we meet you on the outskirts? I need to get all the stuff that I left with the customs agents.
Yeah, I need to get a couple things too.
I'm just ready to get out of this place and fight something.
Take Cinder out.
All right. So as you guys begin to, pack up your stuff, bid your farewells to Miros, Oren comes stumbling in after having way too much to drink that night. Hey guys, how's it going? Whew, that was a wild night. Zaia, you're good. You're real good.
Oren!
He smells of he just reeks of puke and booze. And says, listen, Maxine sent me to get you guys. She wants to meet you at the Harvest Home Abbey before you head out. Just a little debriefing. Oh man, these lights. Ugh. Yeah, just meet her at the Harvest Home Abbey, please. I need to find somewhere to sleep.
Before he goes, I'll make sure to talk loud beside him, but I'll say, Oren, you did great yesterday. Thank you so
Zaia,
much.
Listen, thank you so much. I feel a little better about my job here. Oh man, you really showed those bastards what's what.
And I'll say, hey Oren,
Man.
tell me, did you add some little delights during our show last night that we didn't practice by any chance?
No, that wasn't me.
That wasn't you?
I saw those, but I have no idea who did that.
Oh well, that's
Hey,
really weird.
Zaia, can I just talk to you for a sec? Real talk.
Yeah. I'm listening.
Listen. I know I've proved my worth here in this town. But listen, I know you're going out. You're leaving soon, and we had fun, right? Could you do something for me if you happen to be in Daggerford?
Well, what do you need me to do?
Well, my family, they own a little inn over at Daggerford. It's called or a tavern rather. It's called the Happy Cow Tavern.
How's it called?
The Happy Cow Tavern.
That was the coolest thing I've ever heard. You're like derezzing or something into Tron.
It says, it's run by a bunch of halflings. It's my whole family. Listen,
Sounds like a cool place.
Yeah, it's pretty chill, I guess. Unless my sisters tend to send me money when I'm kind of down. A lot of shit's going on in Faerun, man. It's a lot of stuff's going on. I wrote a letter for her. Could you just send it to her? Give it to her if you see her.
So you just want me to give her this letter?
Yeah, just tell her. It basically just says that I'm doing okay. I'm alive, despite what they hear, and if she could send me some more money, that would be great. Her name is Lily, and she's at the Happy Cow Tavern. And you guys recognize that name, Happy Cow Tavern, from one of the inns that reside in Daggerford, when you guys were speaking to Kella in Nightstone.
Okay.
And he hands you this hastily written letter. It says, "Thanks, Zaia. No, when this is all over, maybe you and I can maybe hook up or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Make sure you keep your performance up.
I'll do my best. You too."
And you gotta start smelling better as well. This is just really.
He goes in for a gross hug, and you see there's food and drink all over his shirt.
I pat him on his shoulder.
Okay. The awkward hover hand. Okay, I got you. No worries. Hey, Zaia, I'll see you around. Say bye to the rest of your group.
Yeah, I'll see you around too. We had a lot of fun. Hopefully you can find someone else, but I don't think you will find someone with who you can have as much fun.
Maybe one day. And he kind of walks off, and there's a overturned barrel that's empty, and he just kind of crawls inside of it. You hear him just start snoring.
I roll my eyes because I'm like, ugh. After all this fun, he's sleeping.
He drank way too much. All right, go ahead, and what do you guys do now? You guys head outside the door.
I'm going to live a less.
I'll let Cinder go.
It's supposed to be a sunny morning.
Zaia, do you care if we go and go to the Harvest Home Abbey while you go and talk to Lithalas?
No, just make sure you keep me updated.
Okay.
But if something happens and you guys need me, just tell me and I'll be right there.
Alright, will do.
Okay. So you guys head to the Harvest Home Abbey. You pass through the town square, and it's pretty messy. The grass has been trampled. There's still a lot of garbage and junk around, and you see various individuals and people moving chairs and tables out and cleaning up the place fairly rapidly. So you guys head over to the Harvest Home Abbey. All right. Move you guys over here. Zaia, you head towards the grove where Lifferlast resides. All right, so we're gonna do quickly. We're gonna do the Harvest Home first. As you guys enter, there are, again, when you enter, it looks like somewhat of a war room now. Lots of guards are out and about. You see Maxine is inside. She's talking to the abbots. Strog Thunderblade doesn't seem to be present.
Good.
As you guys enter, you see Maxine spots you. She says, "Oh, please, come in. We've got much to discuss."
We come in.
I find a seat.
You find a kind of a pew near the front where the table, the war table has been put together. And you guys collect yourself. And Maxine, she has her glasses on her nose. She's got this large tome, and she's been writing some stuff in, receiving multiple reports from guards. She looks to you and says, "All right, well, we've been getting various field reports from our agents. The hill giants have fled to the Forlorn Hills to the east. And they've been just traveling around those foothills for quite some time. They don't seem to be knowing where they're going. From the last reports, they've been moving around in circles and really have no sense of direction. This was from our last report from our agent Kuvot, and the giants haven't made very much progress, so it shouldn't take you guys long to catch up to them."
So let me get this straight. The giants appear to be lost?
I've read quite a bit on these giants, and I'm telling you, hill giants aren't the smartest individuals. They seem to be on some sort of trail. They have some sort of goal in mind by the sounds of it, but they seem to be a little lost in the hills. But it's still maybe worth investigating.
I hope that once we catch up to them, they manage to find their way.
That's the idea. And she kind of shouts to her side, "Ninalor, on me!" And you watch as a female elf, flanked by 2 rangers, approaches. She's adorned in kind of green garb, camouflage sort of attire, wielding a longbow. She approaches and says, "Yes, ma'am." And Maxine says, "Ninalor, these will be your guests. You'll be guiding them to Kuvot's last known location. They are to join you in this scouting party, and you must assist them in finding the hill giants." Ninalor looks at the rest of you guys and says, "Well, it's nice to meet you. The name is Ninalor, but my group calls me Nin.
Nin?
I'm ready to set out anytime that you guys are."
How many people will be
Hello,
accompanying us on this scout?
Myself and my 2 partners. And she kind of points to the 2 rangers with her. We usually go in groups of 3.
Have you any
What are their
experience?
names?
Have you any experience hunting down giants?
Nope. We don't get a lot of giant attacks around here, but I'm an experienced ranger and I can trace, very good at tracking entities. And I know the patterns of Kuvot. It should be hard to find him.
What are your 2 ranger companions' names?
She looks and says, "Well, it's not that important, but you may call him."
This was a
This one's Wedge, and this one's
bit
Biggs.
of an oversight.
Biggs and Wedge. Perfect.
And they both set to attention, salute you.
What They're all three of them are rangers?
Yes.
And what race are they?
They're all elves.
Elves. Half elves?
Elves.
Elves. Full elves. What elves?
Yeah.
Like me?
Maxine, so Nin kind of steps off to the side with her troop, and they kind of stand to attention, ready to go. And Maxine turns her attention back to you guys and says, "I've got a bad feeling about all of this. Yesterday's attack, to me, is just the beginning of things to come. I don't like the sounds of this, and I don't like this is where this is heading. You know, I've read a lot of books about the ancient conflicts of dragons and giants and the battles they've done. My advice, find yourself a powerful dragon that can help you. Because I don't think we can stand against giants alone."
I don't like dragons.
I mentioned this to Lucius, but I'll mention this to the rest of you. I have an old contact, an old friend that resides in Waterdeep. He's an expert on dragons. If anyone knows a dragon that could be useful to you, Shazluth Yargoth is the Yarghorn. He's the one to know.
Gonna type that
I urge
for
you to
us?
seek him out if you happen to be in Waterdeep.
What's his name?
I will type the name.
This is the name of the dragon, or this is the name of the person that knows about dragons?
He is a expert on dragons, and if there was anyone in Faerun that could put you in contact with a dragon, it would be Shazluth.
Can we just call him Chaz?
You can call him whatever you want, my dear. All right.
Yarghorn.
Very.
You just
He's
lagged.
in Waterdeep, right?
Didn't catch any
Didn't
of
get
that.
any of that.
He's in Waterdeep?
He's in Waterdeep, correct.
Oh, I don't remember.
As she's kind of finishing this, another guard runs inside the establishment, and she starts giving her a report, and she kind of turns her attention to this guard instead. Okay, very well, very well. She starts writing down details, kind of diverts her attention away from you guys. All right, so as you guys are sitting there, Nin is just standing at attention, ready to go. Looking to you guys.
We're waiting on one other person. She went to do something else.
Okay. Well, what do you guys call yourself?
Who's asking that?
And she's kind of looking at you guys. She's like, well, we'll probably be traveling with each other for a couple days. What shall I call you?
Well, my name is Rhogadar.
Well, I mean, I know your names. I got the briefing report. I mean, as a group, do you have a name?
We're called Wolverbane and the Little People.
That's a mouthful. Wolverbane and the Little People sounds... Oh. I will be over here when we're ready. She kind of steps off to the side and goes back to attention, just watching the crowd. Okay, so you guys are sitting around. Zaia, you head into the Grove.
Yes, I am.
You find Liflas there, and he's playing with a few children, swinging them on his branches.
Okay, so is he awake?
Yeah, he's awake.
So, I'll say, hey, good morning, Legolas.
My name is Liverlass, child.
You know, there's a really great story about an elf, which is kind of like a tree because they live in trees. It's called Legolas. So it's really a compliment to call you like that.
I have no idea what you're saying.
Anyways, it's just because I told this story so many times that it's kind of confused in my head with your name. But, hey, do you know another friend of mine called Valgalos?
Velgalos?
Yeah, he has the golden hair and he's very funny and he sometimes looks like a golden dragon.
Is he a child? I'm not good with names.
He looks like a child a little bit.
don't know Felgolos.
Okay. Well, he knows you, so that's a thing. But he said that you've been here for a really long time, and you might know someone I'm looking for. But you're not good with names, so I'll try to make this easy for you, but here's her name. Her name is Thola Fizim, and she's a human, not a child. Not too old, but definitely not a child. But she likes to hide a lot, and she wears a deep green cape that's trimmed with lace embroidered in diamond shape that are like 4 little diamonds shaping together, creating a bigger diamond.
You just see like all these words are going through his kind of awakened mind, and his eyeballs are just staring right at you.
He has a low processing speed. I see.
Yeah,
that.
it's very slow. He just
Take your time, Legolas.
Your diamonds? No.
Yes.
I
No?
don't need diamonds. No, I don't.
No. It's a woman wearing a green
You're looking for a
cape.
woman. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Ugh.
She's human
I would.
with a cape with 4 white lace diamonds creating a bigger diamond on her cape.
I don't know. I don't come out of the grove. But if you seek wisdom and knowledge, you should seek out my creator.
Oh! Okay.
He is a druid named Airglass. A name I have not forgotten.
Airglass?
Airglass. And is spelled as follows. Liferlass continues on and says, Airglass left Goldenfields a long time ago on a pilgrimage to the Shadowtop Cathedral. He was going to follow the river and seek out an old treant named Turlang.
A tree what?
A treant, similar to Liferlass, named Turlang.
Oh. He was on a pilgrim mission to where?
To Shadowtop Cathedral to seek out a treant named Turlang. Liferlass says, Airglass, he's the wisest one I know. Perhaps he can answer your questions. I'm a simple tree.
Yeah. Well, my friend said that you might know this other friend of mine, so I was hoping that we could connect. But hey, thanks for hooking me up with Airglass. That's already something great.
You're welcome, child. And he continues on swinging the kids on his arms.
Okay.
All right.
And I'll say, I'm on my way. Psst.
All right. So you head off back towards the Harvest Home, Abby, to join your partners. All right. You head inside, and you see Zaia, the rest of your troop sitting in the pews. They introduce you to Ninalor, the guide that will take you guys to the Forlorn Hills. You see Maxine, and you see the Father Darovic.
Can we go?
Tell me when
We're losing daylight, guys.
Yeah, you approach Zaia. You guys are all together. What do you guys do?
Oh, hey, did you guys go to the Abbey yet? Can we go to the Abbey now?
You are in the Abbey.
Oh, they're in the Abbey still. Okay.
You are in the Abbey as well.
Yes, so we still are all together.
Yep.
Okay.
I am ready whenever you all are.
Nope. Lie again. Okay, so someone take charge here.
Yeah. Okay, so can I just... Okay, so I guess everyone told me what happened and stuff.
Yep.
So, what's her name? Nisreen?
Naxine.
Naxine. Hey, Naxine, hi. I know we don't speak a lot and stuff, but that Shazloth friend of yours?
Yes, Shazloth.
So he's a dragon expert. What does he do in Waterdeep? Like, where can we find him?
Dragons. Oh, I mentioned this to your partner, Lucius, but you can find him in the North Ward of Waterdeep. He lives in a tall stone house with a tower in one corner. It's very hard to miss. The tower is crooked and oddly built. It's a building hazard, to say the least. But he studies dragons. He's an old wizard.
Okay. Okay, great. Do you know anything of Airglass?
No.
No. Because Leaflas talked about him, but...
Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm very busy. And she goes back to turning attention towards troops.
I turn to the group and I'm like, she's so rude.
I turn to Zaia and I say, we have been waiting here for some time. Are we all quite ready?
I want to go.
Yes.
Rhogadar's just completely zoned out right
I've
now.
been ready for hours.
All these names.
So as you guys get up...
There's only one name Wolverine you have to remember, and it's mine.
As you guys get up and proceed to get out, Nin and her troop take charge and head out the door ahead of you guys. Father Darovic approaches and says, he's wearing his priestly robes, and says, I know you're in a rush to leave, so I'll make this quick. I just want to say thank you so much for all your help here in Goldenfields. We can't thank you enough for being here and helping us. I apologize for the attitude of Captain Thunderblade. I know he can be hard to deal with and isn't very appreciative. But rest assured, the people know you're the heroes, and well, that's all I can say. And I beg you to please find an end to this giant incursion and to protect our lands further. And I will be praying for you and sending you the blessings of the earth, Mother Shante.
I walk out.
And he bids you, and you just kind of walk past them. Everyone just silently takes his, says bye and heads out the door. As you guys approach the exit, you see leaning against the wall, with her staff next to her, Si Liang, the young Mulan acolyte. She says, just a quick moment, if you don't mind. Look into the group. Not sure which one to talk to specifically, so she just gets up and says, sorry, a second. She says, lose somebody?
Yeah,
We
we
lost Luna's.
Oh, okay. As Z gets up, she says, thank you. You lot are the only ones that seem to be doing anything around here. But I'm glad that the incompetence of Thunderblade is now quite evident and changes will be done. But your strength and your accomplishments have been quite inspiring to me. I will continue to patrol the walls of my free time and do my best, just like you have shown me what I can do if I just stick with it. I thank you so much. And she kind of bows towards you guys.
I bow.
I kind of,
I'm the monk.
I look towards her and I say, you might want to consider spreading the word that it's time for a new captain of the guard.
Lucius, I've been trying to say that for the longest time. No one takes me seriously around here. It's caused me to be somewhat of an outcast here at the temple. But
I suspect that after the attack a couple of nights ago, people might be a little more receptive to the idea than they were previously.
I think you're right. You know what? I will try a little harder then. And she kind of lifts her head up higher and puts her shoulders back. She's feeling a little inspired to be in you guys' presence. You've shown her what it means to fight for what you believe in, kind of thing.
And I say, you know who you should speak to, who might help you in your cause. Do you know Shelvis?
Shelvis? I do not know Shelvis.
You'll find his farm over in that direction. He is a capable. Yes, but he is a capable fighter and helped quite a bit during the attack. I suspect that if you let him know that I sent you, he would help you in spreading the message that this town is in need of some new leadership.
That is a great start. I will definitely talk to this Shelvis. Thank you so much. And she bows again. But as she bows this time, she reaches into her robes and she pulls something out in her fist. And she says, before you go, I have a gift. A gift that I have no need for. But a group like you, seeking to do good and to protect our lands, I believe you could use this gift more than I can. And she looks to one of you to hand you something.
I put it in my hands.
You put it in your hands first, and she reaches over, and in your hand she drops.
I get closer.
Sorry, Matt, your mic's just crapping out crazy. As you guys gather, Wolverine, you reach out your large Goliath hands. She places in your hands a small black pearl pendant that lands in your hand and looks really small in your hands. It looks very, very expensive. Black pearls, pure, no blemishes, perfectly rounds. It's worth 750 gold pieces.
What?
And she places it in
How
your
did
hand.
he get that?
He put his hand out first. Z says, this pendant, it's a family heirloom of mine. I'm an acolyte. I don't need these worldly possessions. But please bring it to Waterdeep. My family, they are quite wealthy. They own quite a few businesses here in Baldur's Gate and throughout Waterdeep. But we have a family friends, the Thane family. They are one of the #1 leading vineyards over in Waterdeep. Bring this pendant to House Thane in Waterdeep and give it to the butler. His name is Shalder Marskyle. My family, they travel quite a bit, and they left in the possession of House Thane some items, some properties of mine that I may inherit when I'm old enough. Here in Goldenfields, I don't seek or need these items, so I bestow upon them to you. Present this black pearl pendant to the butler, and he will gain you access to my possessions. I will type the name.
Thanks very much. Z? Is her name Z?
Yep, Z Liang.
Z Liang. Liang?
Yeah.
Z Liang. I'm not sure where our journey takes us, but if we happen to go through Waterdeep, we'll definitely head to House Thane.
House Thane. My family was wealthy, so the possessions they left for me for my coming of age, I'm sure would come in great hand. Would be greatly appreciated by your group, and be very handy.
Do I
For
feel
what
any
it's worth.
arcana magic stuff coming from the amulet?
Nope, just looks like a very expensive amulet.
For what it's worth, I suspect we'll be passing through Waterdeep soon enough. We've had a couple of people pop up from there.
And with that, she bows, gives you a farewell, and you guys head out the door to see Ninalor, Biggs, and Wedge standing outside, waiting for you.
Do you have NPC tokens for them so we can see what they look like?
I have just the generic ones from. I'll get you better ones later. Okay, so you guys head outside, and you're outside. It's a nice sunny day. and it's time to leave Goldenfields.
It's a nice sunny day.
Finally.
Ugh.
Let's go.
I pull my hood down over my face a little further.
So what is it, like noon now?
It's about 11 o'clock, maybe. It's approaching noon. The sun is getting high in the sky. It's gonna be a nice day. Not nice for Lucius, who is a drow, but it's nice for the rest of you guys. All right, is it time to leave Goldenfields?
Yes.
Let's go.
All right, you pack up your things, gather your belongings, say a bit of one final farewell to.
Oh wait, before we leave, hey Lucius.
You can see Wolverine.
Do I notice if he's carrying anything?
Lucius is not carrying anything. No.
Okay.
All right, and with that,
Okay, so
We're gonna leave.
the unnamed group of individuals.
it's Glitter
somewhat
Locks
known
and
as
Co.
No, it's Wolverbane and the little people.
No,
We've been over this.
AKA
Wolverbane and
Glitter
Zaia are
Locks.
arguing this on our way out of town.
Yes,
Wolverbane
as
and the
you
little
head
people.
Yes,
downtown,
as
you
we
guys are
walk.
arguing what the name is of this group.
It's
Glitter
Glitter
Locks
Locks and Co.
Or
Ooh.
Wolverine and the Little People.
This makes no sense. It's always been Glitter Locks and Co. for 17 episodes.
So
Glitter
wait,
Locks and
why
Co.
are we little people?
Because
Yeah.
I'm so
We're
big.
not all little.
Yeah, so it's Glitter Locks and the other
But
one.
Well-
Glitter
mix
Locks
of
and-
well-
average and little people.
To me, everybody's little.
yeah, but you're not
I'm
the leader of
the
group, you
average.
can't
Yeah,
last.
but you're.
To myself, I'm pretty average sized.
All right.
Oh,
And
so
with
I make sure to say to Nin, I'm like, Nin, you know that this group is mine? And I'll say, we're Glitter Locks and Co. You've seen my performance, right?
Nin just looks at you and she says, well, it was introduced to me as Wolverine and the Little People, so I...
No. Wolverine is not very wise, so he
Listen, I
likes
know.
to say that.
We're
I
going
want
to
to roll persuasion on this.
We're going to be traveling together for quite some time. I'd rather not discuss this. Names, it doesn't really matter to me. I've got to focus on the job at hand here.
One aside, as we're leaving Goldenfields, I'm not going to take any time. I just get all my stuff that I left at customs.
Yes,
We all do.
that's what I was gonna say. As you guys go through the front gates, you go through the customs side entrance, and you pick up all the belongings that you left behind. So all
My
your
poison
herbs,
mushrooms.
potions, your water, and your liquids,
And my beef jerky.
and your beef jerky
All
that you
jerky?
stuff in next to the balut jerky, boulet.
The boulette goes in my.
Lit.
All right, and with that, off into the savage frontier you guys go. Explore the glorious lands with Ninette the lead. You guys begin to make your adventure.
You know, yesterday we met Bakerette, today we meet Ninette. Is that gonna be a T?
her name is Ninalore.
Oh, you call her Ninette.
All right, so you exiting the town, the city rather, city proper. Did it, nailed it. You then immediately turns your attention east, towards the Desserin River, and you guys begin to head that direction. She says, last report from Kuvat is that the hill giants and their little army have fled into the Forlorn Hills to the east. So, that's where we'll head first. We'll pick up on the trail of Kuvat there, and see what's going on with them. Sound good?
Yeah.
Lead the way.
I just want to hit someone with my axe.
Okay. And so, you guys begin. A couple hours later, you approach the Desserin River. It's quite rapid. It's quite Desserin. And you... I use that as an adjective. Takes you guys a while to cross. It's not so hard. I mean, combined forces of each of you manage to get across, no problem. And go to the other side, in which case Ninalore begins to start scouting for footprints, for tracks of hill giants and her allies. You guys do anything?
I am gonna.
Just follow along?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys continue to follow along with her as your guide. Taking a few moments, she looks around and just on the other side of this embankment of the Desserin River, quite muddy, It's quite easy to spot a lot of footprints, a lot of tracks, large hill giant prints and small goblinoid ones. She kind of looks at you guys and says, "They were definitely this way. Come on, let's go." And continues off to the east.
For space, for space.
A couple more hours go along, and the trail seems to be going well. As the night approaches, the sun begins to set. It's still got quite a bit of time for sunlight. You guys come across what looks to be a makeshift campsite made by this army. Large fire pits were created. There are bones and scattered remains of various creatures that were used as food. And you notice, kind of strewn about, are the remains of crushed goblins and torn apart bugbears. And quite a lot of blood. Looks like there was clearly a scuffle here at one point.
Can I check
I believe
how? Go ahead.
Our favorite enemy, they're giants. So can I track them?
Oh, your favorite enemy is giants. Yeah.
That's convenient.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, yep. The trail is, from what you guys can tell, the trail is good, but you can assist. Ninalore is leading you guys, but as far as you know, you're just taking in faith that she's leading you guys correctly. If you wish to assist in the lead, you may also do some survival checks to assist. So as you guys are approaching this campsite, Wolverbane, make an investigation check as you look at these dead bodies.
Yeah, I'd like to check if how recent blood spatter and stuff are.
Okay. It happens in the past at some points.
Guys, this
Wink.
happened. This happened before.
Like as you were looking, like this happened, guys. This happened.
I don't believe
Past
Wolverine.
tense.
It hasn't.
touching the
Yeah.
blood. It's dried.
Can I? I'm gonna whisper to Nin. I'll say, "See, that's why he's not in charge of finding names of the group. That's why it's Goldilocks and Co. See what he says? That's not wise.
Okay. Again,
So remember, Goldilocks and Co. Just remember that. That's all.
my job is just to lead you guys. I don't
Yeah.
want to get it.
Okay, but
It's okay.
just remember.
Okay. Glitterlocks and Co. Got it.
That's
Is
right.
this gonna help us get closer? No.
Yes, it will. Just watch me. Okay.
Okay,
Just watch
okay.
me.
All right. Jeez. And now she has disadvantage because now she gets.
So
Is anyone else doing anything at this camp?
yes, I am going. Which one looks like he's in best shape?
You find a bugbear that is missing his arm, and he is the one in the best shape.
Okay, I go to him and I'm gonna put my hand on his head. I'm gonna cast Speak with Dead.
Okay. Is that a
Can
ritual?
I just,
No, it's
Okay. Lucius?
no, it's not.
I just want to. I mean, I trust the trackers to do the real tracking, but I just want to kind of circle and peer around the horizon to see if I see any movement.
Okay, make a perception check. And you watch Zaia as you go down. You kind of put your hands on this body, and you watch as this kind of glowing, bluish energy, arcane energy, flows from your fingertips and seeps into the eye sockets in the mouth of this bugbear. Lucius, it's sunny. You look at the hills. You're like, oh.
That's true. Yeah, I have
It's
disadvantage.
tough.
Anyways.
It's tough, but it seems to be. The hills seem to be clear.
And I'll say, Rhogadar,
I
stay
didn't even
close to
think
me.
about that.
Okay.
Okay.
I get behind Zaia and look over her shoulder, fascinated with what's going on.
All right, so Rhogadar and Wolverbane, you guys get close. You watch as Zaia reaches the energy seeps from her fingertips and seeps into the eyes and the mouth, and you watch the bugbear who's lying on his back, missing arms. Its body begins to shake violently, and you can hear the bones cracking as it lurches to the side. And you hear a voice come from within, from its throat. Its jaw just opens but doesn't actually move, just opens up, and a whispering kind of escaping air voice comes from within. What do you seek?
I say, hello, friend. What happened to you and your friends?
We fought among ourselves.
Why?
We know not where we go. There was a debate, a fight of leadership.
Between who was the debate?
The giants are split.
Was there any giants here?
Many.
Okay, so I believe that was 4 questions, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what you've gathered is that they were fighting amongst themselves, clearly not in agreement of where they were going, and the disagreement has led to fighting amongst themselves, and he was killed in some sort of mutiny attack.
So I'll look at Rhogadar. I'm like, is there anything else I should ask to this guy before he goes back to being dead? Is Rhogadar sleeping?
Sorry, what would I still know? He's been waiting for a long time.
Did you hear anything that happened with the bugbear?
I heard a bit. I heard a few pieces of that.
So anything else I should ask him before he goes back to being dead?
Only you hear it speak, right?
Yeah, we just
No.
heard your questions. Do
No,
we
I
hear the
think
questions?
I think you all hear it.
Oh, really? I thought we all heard it.
Yeah.
Well, yep.
I would have assumed the opposite, but okay.
It doesn't specify.
I figured it was like she is the only one that can actually speak to it, but
Yeah.
it's audibly talking, isn't it?
Pretty sure that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no, it doesn't specify.
That's not how they do it in Critical Role, but whatever.
It is.
Of course, must still have a mouth. It can't be undead. Spell. Yeah, it doesn't specify that only she can hear it.
It needs to have a mouth.
But
Yeah.
the questions have to be
So
by
I
me.
think
Like,
that's
I'm the only
I
one
think
that
that's
can
audible
speak to
then.
it.
Yep, it's you guys all hear it.
Okay.
So is there anything else, Rhogadar, that you want me to ask about this weird stuff going on?
Could be good to know how many of them there still are left, or which direction they went from here.
Well, they would
Perhaps
have
he
left
can
after they died.
describe. Perhaps he can describe where it was they came from.
They would have.
They might not know which direction it is, but they probably know what it looks like.
Well, I wouldn't ask them direction. We can find them.
So should I just ask how many of them are still?
I think we need to know how many giants there are.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
that's what I'll ask. Okay, so how many giants were you following, or were you with?
6.
Okay.
And you watch now as the air escapes through his mouth, and the blue arcane energy floats to the sky, and the body slumps back down.
Did you say what kind of giants they were? Are they just hill
Well,
giants?
presumably this is the army that had come at Goldenfields, so you can assume it's hill giants, basic deduction.
They're also too dumb to find their way home.
Yeah.
I wonder how they found Goldenfields then.
Luck.
Good question.
Stumble across it.
Should have interrogated those Labanog. But you murdered them! You murdered them!
How many times can you use that spell? Because there's a lot of bodies around.
I'm not gonna ask anyone else. I'm not gonna waste another
Okay.
spell. That's okay.
Okay.
And I'll go back to Nin, and I'm like, see, that's why I'm the leader, and that's why it's Glitter Locks and Co.
Alright. It is getting somewhat late. The sun's beginning to set. You can see in the distance, you're pretty much approaching the foothills of the Forlorn Hills itself, to the east. You can see them wrapping around the north and the south. Nin looks to you guys and says, "We're good to go if you guys want to continue, or we can set up a camp if you want to hang back a bit."
So is it dark?
No, not yet. The sun is beginning to set, though. It'll be dark within a couple hours, maybe.
Perhaps
My
we could keep
preference-
going, find a good spot to camp and set up camp there.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, how
don't wanna
far do
camp among
the
bones.
giants seem to be from tracks that you've seen, that you've checked?
She says, maybe another day or so. I spot a few of tracks of Kuvat's team. But they are definitely heading east from here. Maybe catch up to them late afternoon tomorrow, early evening.
I say we
So we still have
proceed
a-
until.
Our
Yeah,
question.
that's
preference
a
is
while
always to
longer.
go as late into the night as we possibly can.
Yeah.
All right.
I'd happily travel until the wee hours of the morning if it were up to me.
I can't
Alright.
see anything at night, Lucius.
Okay, so
I'm sure
as,
Yeah, I'll
we
guide
can
you.
find a torch.
all right, you guys tell them to continue. So you pack up some stuff, gather yourselves, and you continue heading east.
Oh wait! Was there anything in the camp that was worth taking? Before I leave, I check.
No, it's just bones, dead goblins. They weren't carrying anything on themselves.
Damn it.
Whatever they had, they took and they packed up and kept going.
Okay.
You guys proceed into the east, continue on to the Forlorn Hills. So just look at the map. Stand by. Okay. Yeah, so you continue east towards the Forlorn Hills. What is everyone's passive perception?
Low.
11.
11.
We all roll?
Passive.
Oh, mine is 18.
18 passive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Holy
Okay.
cow. Mine's 10.
It's 10. It's 10 base, right? Plus whatever.
Yeah, passive perception.
Should be auto-calculated on your sheet.
Oh, sweet. 13.
Okay. Anikel? 13.
Did we lose him? Oh, 13.
Luna, you're passive.
I'm 13?
Okay, and so you everyone's 13 or lower, and Zaia's 18. Okay. Yep. All right. You guys just enter the foothills of the Forlorn region. Just as the sun begins to set, easing up the tension in Lucius's eyes, and it's just the sun begins to set and clouds begin to settle in. Just make your way through. Zaia, you take a step and you think you feel anyways, just a kind of a little rumble, subtle.
Guys, stop! I put my ear on the ground.
All right.
Do I do like a survival check or something? Or a perception?
Yeah, just make a quick perception check.
Perception?
Yeah.
24.
You listen to the ground. You hear a vibration rapidly approaching from around you.
A what approaching?
There's a vibration in the grounds, and it's rapidly approaching your direction, Zaia.
What do you hear?
Okay. There's clearly something coming on our way. So we can hide.
What's the terrain
Or-
like? Can we hide?
Yeah, so it's starting to get rocky. There are some big, large outcroppings of rocks that create these hills. There are kind of places where large boulders or like dips in the ground you can sneak into.
I could cast my hut too, if we want.
Lucius just instinctively falls into the shadows behind a boulder.
All right.
I take out my axe, but I just stand there, looking around me.
All right.
Okay, so I go and hide.
Is it
behind the boulder
mountainous?
as well.
It's hilly. It's a lot of rock
Okay.
outcroppings, but not quite mountain. So you,
Okay,
you go
so I
hide in the
hide.
rock.
Yeah.
I hide.
So I do a stealth check as well?
Yep.
Nin, are you ever aware of any other scouting parties, or would you suspect this to be orcs and goblins or the
Well-
giants?
Nin looks around. She's like, I'm not. A lot of things live in the Forlorn Hills. I'm not sure what it is. We didn't get any reports of another band of hill giants or scouts or anything. I can barely tell there's anything rumbling at all. And she kind of motions to Wedge and Biggs. She's like, listen, just post up here and here, and she kind of points them into a direction. Okay.
I go and hide behind a boulder somewhere.
All right.
Me too, and I take Cinder with.
All right.
I got a stealth of 4. I got this.
Nice.
I got 20.
I have a 12, just so you know, Michael. Not 9.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, as you guys kind of scatter.
Oh wait, no, it's not 12. It's 13.
All right. As you scatter, the vibrations start to become very evident. You feel it in the ground, like a. There sounds to be something coming directly towards you guys.
Like footsteps?
It doesn't sound like footsteps. It doesn't sound like multiple poundings. It sounds like one constant, like something coming straight for you. And that's what we'll end off for today.
No way. Do I see
Spooky.
something in the distance?
Not to wait a whole week to know.
Oh,
Very.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Well, you guys here, make a perception check if you want to look.
Yeah, I want to look a lot.
Can I sense with my body?
Yeah, make a perception.
wow, nobody sees
I
anything.
got 10.
Sorry, I gotta open my sheet.
Our
Yeah,
passive
I closed my
is
sheet.
our
Hurry
passive
up,
perception is
guys.
better.
Yeah, does
quick,
my
make-
perception, does my passive go?
No, we went over this. That is not.
Okay.
Anakel 17. Okay.
Oh, yay.
Not
Lucius 17.
Yeah, the ground rumbling around you guys is making it very hard to know which direction it's coming from. Anakel, using your blind sense and just feeling outwards with your body, these tremors are coming from below you.
Guys,
You spot
What?
but it's you spot, and maybe a little too late as you spot it. A large silver fin just peering above the ground.
Oh, I know what this is.
Cutting the ground and coming straight to you as it splits the ground as it passes.
What is it?
Oh, I know what this is. Well, I
It
know.
almost looks like a land shark.
Wolverine doesn't know.
Just by
Okay.
the-
That's what I figured.
I manifest my greatsword.
You manifested just as it. Well, we're gonna find out this.
I ready to dodge.
Stop.
Too late. It's upon you guys because you guys.
Oh.
I just need to have it ready.
All right. Yep. Just have it ready. You have it ready, but it's upon you.
Oh my
All right.
gosh.
Thanks for
Hey,
watching.
good session, everyone.
Thanks everyone.
Good job.
Bye bye.
See ya.
Bye.
See you next week.
See you next week.
All right. Cut the stream.
yo, can you guys
Starring.
hear me better now? I turned up the cameras on the laptop.
Yeah,
Is it
that
better
sounds
for me
better.
now?
Like it's your camera and your mic together that really screwed up.
I have a question.